Christine Persichetti. A historic church in Long Island City is getting a much-needed makeover. St. Raphael's Church was built in the 1800s. It sits alongside the LIE across from Calvary Cemetery. Current News' Katie Vasquez tells us how the renovations came about.
It's a common sight for the hundreds of thousands who commute on the Long Island Expressway. St. Raphael's Church rises above on Greenpoint Avenue.
All the bricks of the church is all new.
Father Paul Kim aims to keep the historic charm, but wants to make sure it's around for another 130 years. The construction will do that. Work is well underway. The church already has new brickwork, roof, and 2 steeples. And the updated look may be bringing new worshipers from the community to the church.
And I've noticed that people already, while the construction was going down, wanted to come in and pray. And I think that construction will just increase that and evangelize the people, knowing that there is a church here.
The church was founded in 1868, but construction wasn't completed until 1881. The price tag to fix the exterior is close to $2 million. A large part raised by the 600 parishioners who attend.
I said one of the hardest things about being a priest or pastor was asking people for money. You know, it's not easy, but they've been very pleasant with me. They've been very good with me.
They also received a $20,000 grant from the New York Landmarks Conservancy. To be eligible for that, the building must serve the larger community, which it does by housing a food pantry that helps 700 people, and also spaces used for ESL courses to serve immigrant communities in the surrounding neighborhoods.
We find that most churches are serving at least 10 times their member numbers with cultural and community and social service and education programming.
Parishioners are excited by the updates to their historic church.
This is all rotted through, so we replaced it.
Longtime parishioner and trustee Richard O'Connor says the improvements are not just cosmetic, but significant to all who go to St. Raphael.
The church belongs to all of us. We're all pillars of the church, and all the people that went ahead of us, and all the people that are going to come after us. So we're just we're just a cog in the wheel, and we're trying to keep it going for the future.
The scaffolding will come down at the end of September, and by then they expect all the exterior work to be completed. The next major project will be fixing up the interior of the church. In Long Island City, Katie Vasquez, Currents News.
An update now on Pope Francis's mission for peace in Ukraine. Tomorrow, the Holy Father will meet with Hungarian President Katalin Novak. This is right after her meeting with President Zelensky in Ukraine yesterday. Hungary is important to the peace mission because the country has welcomed many Ukrainian refugees, and Ukraine is home to around 150,000 Hungarians. Now to Hawaii, where dozens of white crosses are being placed to honor those lost in the wildfires. A local family is putting up the crosses on a hillside in Lahaina. So far, 115 people are confirmed to have died, but officials fear the death toll will exceed 1,000. If you want to help the people in Maui, you can go to the Diocese of Honolulu's website. That's CatholicHawaii.org. You'll see a button labeled Support the Maui Wildfire Relief Efforts on the bottom right. Turning to an incredible story out of Poland. A family killed by the Nazis for hiding Jews during the war will be beatified next month. Pope Francis recognized the martyrdom of Joseph and Victoria Olma and their children, including an unborn baby, in a decree signed in December. National correspondent for the Tablet and Crux, John Lavenberg, joins me now with more. Hi, John.
Hi, Christine.
So, John, this is such a tragic story, and one that's not very well known in America. Set the scene for us. It's 1942. The war is raging, and the Olma family is living in a small Polish village, right?
Exactly right. So they're in a small southeastern Polish village, and as the war is going on, they take in 8 people, 8 members of a family, 8 Jewish people, to take them in and shelter them from the war. And this goes on for a year and a half. They protect them, they keep them in their home until Germans find out they're there. And then the 8 Jewish people they're sheltering, as well as the Olma family, were all killed.
Oh, so horrible. So the entire family will be beatified next month, including the unborn child. So has a family or an unborn baby ever been beatified before?
That hasn't happened, so it will be the first time that a specific family will be beatified as well as an unborn child. So all 7 members of the Oma family will get that distinction, and it's something, you know, Pope Francis has spoken about exactly how important this family is and what example they set for the faith. He said that they're an example of remaining faithful to God and His commandments, brotherly love, and respect for human dignity. So that's just a piece of how highly Pope Francis thinks of them.
Right, and Pope Francis signed the martyrdom decree last year. So what's next after beatification?
So after beatification, they still need to get a church-recognized miracle to take that next step to become canonized saints. So that's what we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
All right, and we certainly will. John Lavenberg, national correspondent for the Tablet and Crux. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Christine.
In Queens, a street has been renamed for a firefighter who died in the line of duty. Hundreds attended a ceremony yesterday to honor a fallen hero. The corner of Beach 129th Street and Newport Avenue will now be known as Firefighter Timothy Klein Way. Klein grew up on that block and held a special place in his heart. The 31-year-old died fighting a fire in Canarsie last year. A programming note now, in case you missed it. On Friday, September 1st at 7 and 10 p.m., we'll re-air our World Youth Day special.
My prayer life definitely will be changed. I think when I pray, I'll be praying more deeply and more from, I guess, from the heart.
More than 1.5 million people made the pilgrimage to Portugal. We're taking a look back at this year's World Youth Day through the eyes of the Diocese of Brooklyn. And we're looking ahead 4 years to Seoul, South Korea. That's Friday, September 1st at 7 and 10. And before we go, do you have a story idea or want to share a tip? Email us at newstips@desalesmedia.org or call our 24-hour number 718-517-3122. That is this Currents News Update. I'm Christine Persichetti. Thank you for joining us, because we are putting your faith in the news. Hope to see you again next time.